and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a very special one for me, as I am going to show you my very first motif design that I created myself. So as you can see, these are the motifs that I have made, and it has been very exciting to design something myself, and this is how it looks in the end. I really love the colors in it, and it is very simple to make. So let's begin. These are the three colors that I chose to make this motif. Of course, you can use any color that you like, but I chose these, and they look like quite pretty together, as you can see. With your yarns, you will need a scissor, and I'm using two different hook sizes. One is 3mm and one is 4mm. That is because I feel that to work with this purple color, this yarn is a bit thicker than the rest of the yarn, and to make this beginning rows here, I feel that it's better if I work with the 3mm crochet hook, and the rest of the work is done with 4mm. And then again, when I use the purple color here, I use the 3mm hook, but it all depends on you. You can use either hook that you like. You can use the same hook in the whole pattern, or you can do as I did if you have a thicker yarn. It's all up to you. So to begin, we are going to make a slip knot, and after that we are going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. After chaining 5, we are going to slip stitch in the first chain. So if you count backwards, this is the 5th, 4, 3, 2 and 1. So this one, the first chain, we are going to slip stitch in it. Go under both the loops and make a slip stitch, and you will have this small circle like this. Now after making this, now your row begins. So to begin your first row, you are going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. After that, in the center of the circle here, you're going to make 15 double crochets, and remember, this chain 3, it counts as a double crochet. So with this chain 3, you will have a total of 16 double crochets. So this is your second double crochet, third, fourth. In this way, in the circle, you will make a total of 16 double crochets, including this chain 3 in the beginning. So after making your 15 double crochets in this circle, when you include the chain 3 in the beginning, it is a total of 16 double crochets. You're going to join with a slip stitch in the beginning chain 3. So at the top of the chain 3 is the third chain. In the third chain, you're going to make a slip stitch. So this is my chain 3, and this is the top third chain. So in this, I'm going to go and make a slip stitch. After that, you're just going to cut your yarn and change your color. Now to begin the second row, we are going to join. We're going to go in any of the stitches that you like, and we're going to chain 1 and make a slip stitch, make a single crochet in the same stitch. So I'm going to try to get this color behind me. So make a single crochet, and you will repeat making single crochets till you reach the end of this row. So like this, single crochet in each of the next stitches until you reach the end of the row. So because you made 16 double crochets in the beginning, you will have 16 single crochets in this row. Now I have made my 16 single crochets, and after that we are going to make a slip stitch into the first single crochet here. So just go in the stitch and make a slip stitch. This is how it's going to look like. After that we are going to chain 3 to begin our third row. So this is the chain 3, and then in the same stitch we are going to make 2 double crochets. So going in the same stitch, we're going to make 1 and 2. So this chain 3 always counts as a double crochet. So we have 3 double crochets here. We are going to skip the next stitch, the next single crochet, and in the next single crochet we are going to make 3 more double crochets. So skipping this single crochet, we're going to make 3 double crochets in this one. So 1, 2 and 3. We made our 3 double crochets. We're going to skip the next single crochet, and in the next one we're going to make 3 double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3. So this is how you're going to repeat until you reach the end of this row. 3 double crochet in one single crochet, skip the next single crochet, 3 double crochet in the next single crochet. Now I have reached the end of this round. I have made 3 double crochets and skipped one single crochet in between. I've made 3 double crochets in the second last stitch, and I have one more single crochet left, which I am going to skip, and I'm going to join in the third chain. This is the chain 3, and this is the third chain at the top. I'm going to slip stitch in this one. So we are going to go inside this chain. I'm going to try again. Okay, that's okay. And we are going to make a slip stitch and join. Now at this point your work may curl up like this or like this, so it's nothing to worry about. It's going to straighten out in the end. So this is how it's going to look like after you complete row number 3. Now to begin round 4, we are going to join our next color into any of the spaces between these 3 double crochets. So these are the spaces between the 3 double crochets. These are the single crochets that we skipped. So you can join in any of those, and we are going to make a chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. After chaining 3, you are going to make a double crochet in the same space. So we made a double crochet, then we're going to chain 2, and we are going to make a double crochet cluster in this stitch. So yarn over, going to go in the stitch, pull up a loop, and we're going to pull through 2. We have 2 loops on the hook. Again, yarn over, insert into the same stitch, into the same space, pull up a loop, again pull through 2. We have 3 loops on the hook, and we're going to pull through all 3. So after that we're going to chain 2, and again skipping these 3 double crochets, we're going to go in the next space here, again make a double crochet cluster. So pull through 2, yarn over, go in the same space again, pull through 2, and pull through all 3. Chain 2 like we did here, again in the same stitch, in the same space, pull through 2, yarn over, go in the same space, pull through 2, and pull through all 3 loops, chain 2. So this is how you're going to repeat until you reach the end of this row, which is going to be right here. Now I have made my last chain 2 here, and after that we're going to join in the third chain. So this right here is the third top chain. We're going to make a slip stitch in this chain right here. Like this. You're going to fasten off and start with your next color. So to begin row number 5, you're going to join our yarn in any of these chain 2 spaces. So I'm going to pull up my yarn and I'm going to chain 3. After that, I am going to make 7 double crochets in the same space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oops. 7 is right here. Okay, finally we made the 7th one. So if you count the chain 3 in the beginning, it will be 8 double crochets in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 double crochets in total. So this is your 8 double crochet shell. So in each of the next chain 2 spaces here, you're going to make 8 double crochet shells. Now I have made 8 double crochet shells in each of these chain 2 spaces here, and now I am going to join with a slip stitch in the top third chain. So the third chain is right here, so we're going to join in that. Now to make the next row, we're going to take our blue color again, and we are going to join in any of these space between the 2 8 double crochet shells. So we're not going to go in this stitch because this is the double crochet stitch. We're going to go in between this space here. So going in this space, we are going to pull our yarn, chain 1, and we are going to make a single crochet in the same space. So this is our single crochet. Now after making your single crochet, you're going to pull your single crochet on the side so that you can see the stitches. Now this is the first double crochet. Let me show you like this. This one right here behind the single crochet, a little behind it, is the first double crochet stitch first. So please don't forget this stitch right here, because it can be a bit hard to see because your single crochet is going to sit like this and it's going to be hard to see this stitch behind it. So for this row we are going to be working in the back loop only. So going in the first back loop of the first double crochet, we're going to make a single crochet. So going in the back loop, only the back loop, we're going to make a single crochet. Again, single crochet in the back loop only. So in total we made 1 single crochet in the middle space here, and then 4 single crochets in these 8 double crochet shell stitches. So we have 4 stitches left, and we have made 4 single crochets in these double crochet stitches only in the back loop. Now after you make the 4th single crochet, you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. chain 3, and you are going to make a picot. So to make the picot, you are going to pick up these 2 bars that you see. So going in these bars, picking both of them on the hook, you're going to pull your yarn through them and then through this stitch here as well. So this will make your little picot. After that, in the next stitch, going in the back loop only, you're going to make a single crochet. So this is your first single crochet after the picot, second single crochet, third single crochet, and fourth single crochet. So 4 single crochet on this side, 4 single crochet on this side, and in the center a picot. Now when you reach the center between the 2 8 double crochet shells, again you are going to go in this space, not in the stitch but in this space, and you're going to go in and make a single crochet. Again, try to move your single crochet out of the way, and behind it is the first double crochet stitch. So going only in the back loop, again see, only in the back loop. So when you're in the back loop, you are going to pull your yarn and make a single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. After you make the 4th single crochet, chain 3, and going under these 2 bars here. Let me zoom it for you so you can see it. Going in underneath these 2 bars on the side. See, like this, and you're going to pull your yarn through them, and then you're going to pull your yarn through this loop here as well, and this makes your picot. Then you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 stitches left. So again, in the next single crochet, in the next double crochet, picking only the back loop, work a single crochet. Again, in the next stitch, only in the back loop, work a single crochet, 3 single crochet, 4 single crochet. So when you make the 4th one, then you reach the space in between the 2 double crochet, 8 double crochet shells. Again, going in this space here, make a single crochet, and again working only in the back loop, you're going to make your 4 single crochets. After you make the 4th one, you're going to chain 3, go under the 2 bars at the bottom and make a picot. Then again 4 single crochets, you will reach the center between these 2 8 double crochet shells. Here you're going to make a single crochet. Remember not to make it in the stitch but in this space right here. Now we'll see you at the end of this round. Now I have reached the end of this row, and I have made my last single crochet in the back loop of this double crochet. Now this is the single crochet that we made at the beginning between the 2 8 double crochet shells. This is the first single crochet that we made, so we are going to make a slip stitch in this. So going in this single crochet, we are going to make a slip stitch, and you're going to fasten off. So this is how your motif is going to look so far. The curl has gone, as you can see, it's straight now, and of course you'll have to weave in the ends later on. So now the next step is to make this design right here. Now first I made it this way to make it look like it's like popping out a bit, but then while making the second motif I made it this way, and I thought that both of these designs looked really good, so I thought I would share both of them with you. Now I will tell you how I made both of these, so you can make any one that you like best. So let's go on. So to make it in this way, we are going to work in the front loop, that we left. As you can see, this is the front loop that we left, and this is the back loop that we worked in. So these front loops that we have skipped, these front loops that we have skipped are the ones that we are going to work in. So to begin this row, we are going in the front loop of the first double crochet of any of the shells. You're going to go in here, and you are going to pick up your yarn from the front, and you're going to make a chain, and then you're going to go in again. Let's get this yarn at the back, and you are going to make a slip stitch like this. This is the front loop of the next double crochet, so go in the front loop, pull out your yarn and make a slip stitch like this. Again, in the third double crochet, pick up the front loop, grab your yarn, pull it through it, and then pull it through this loop and make a slip stitch. So this is how you are going to work all the way across, picking up the front loop and making a slip stitch, picking up the front loop and making a slip stitch. Now in this way we have completed our first shell. It will look like this. Then when you reach the 2 double crochet clusters in between these shells, you're going to go in between the chain 2 space of these clusters. You're going to go in, and you are going to, let's get these out of the way, and we're going to go in the cluster, and we are going to pull this yarn through the cluster space, the chain 2 space, and then make a slip stitch again. After that, again, your 8 double crochet shell is going to start. So for that, go in the front loop of the first double crochet, which is right here. This is the front loop, and make a slip stitch like this. Again, pick up the front loop and make a slip stitch, pick up the front loop and make a slip stitch all the way until you reach the double crochet clusters between the 8 double crochet shells. Now again, I have reached the center part, the middle between the 2 8 double crochet shells. So we're gonna go again in this chain 2 space between the 2 double crochet clusters. We're going to go in, and we are going to come out from the back like this and pick up this yarn, pull it through between the 2 double crochet clusters, and we're going to make a slip stitch. So we're going to pull it through this loop here. This is how you're going to do it, and this is how you're going to work all the way around until you reach the end. So after you reach the end of this row, you're going to make a slip stitch in the first slip stitch that you made here, and you're going to fasten off. This is how it was going to look like. Now if you want to make it this way, I'm going to show you how to do that as well. Now to begin making it the other way, we are going to join in any of the chain 2 spaces between the 2 double crochet clusters. We're going to go in and we're going to pull up our loop, and going behind from right here, going in here, we are going to pull up a loop. After that, we are going to make a single crochet in the same stitch, so going in the same chain 2 space between the clusters, picking up a yarn, and I am going to make a single crochet. Now that I have 2 loops on the loop, I'm going to go behind right here, and I'm going to pull up a loop and pull it through this. So this makes our first single crochet. After that, tighten it, and then we are going to work around the double crochet posts. So these are the double crochets, and we're going to work around these double crochet posts. We're going to go around the first post here. This is the first post of the double crochet. We're going to go between this. As you can see, this is the first double crochet post, this is the second double crochet post. We're going to go in between these two. We're going to grab our yarn and pull it out through the space, and we are going to make a single crochet, a slip stitch. Again, going in between the next 2 loop posts of the double crochets, going in between them, pulling our yarn out of there, pulling up a loop, and then pulling this loop through this one. I'm going to show you again. Going in between the 2 double crochet posts, going in here, grab your yarn, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on the hook, and you're going to pull this loop through the first one like this. So this is how you're going to go. It's very simple once you get the hang of it. Just slip stitches around each of the double crochet posts. I've reached the last post. I'm going to go here and make a slip stitch. Now we're going to work in the chain 2 space between the double crochet clusters, going inside the space and grabbing your yarn, pulling it up, pulling up a loop again, and just pull this loop through the first one. That's it. Make a single slip stitch. Again, you've reached the next 8 double crochet shell. So again, going in between the posts of the double crochet, pulling up a loop and pulling this loop through the first one, making a slip stitch. This is how you're going to complete your entire row, and in the end it's going to look like this. Now when you reach the end of this row, you will slip stitch to join in the first single crochet, which is going to be right here in between the double crochet clusters in the chain 2 space. You're going to slip stitch in that, you're going to join, and then you're going to fasten off and join at the back however you like. You can give a knot like I have done, or you can like weave in the ends, or you can cut it off, whatever you prefer. So in the end it's going to look like this. This is the way it's going to look if you work around the 8 double crochet shells, or if you work around the post of the double crochet, and this is how it's going to look like if you work in the front loop of the 8 double crochet shells. If you guys enjoyed my video and liked my design, I would love your feedback in the comments below, and please show your support by liking, commenting and subscribing to my channel. And I would like to thank all the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.